Hey, what's going on? E. Jones, bottom to the top hoops.
You already know it's your boy, Black Elvis. We're in the building.
Yo, man, let's get right into it, man. We talking Stephon Marbury documentary, off the chain, must-see TV. Yo, one of the greatest to ever play in New York City basketball history.
Yes, sir.
What's your recollection of Steph? What you think of the doc, bro?
I really love the doc because I love how they showed like the behind the scene.
Yep.
You know, they showed like his lineage, where he come from. You know, you got a chance to really get a chance to see and kind of know Steph for who Stephon Marbury was, not just like on the court, but off the court. So I really enjoyed that.
So I think it'll be a dope celebration of him and his life in the doc. If we could just kind of recap it, walk through it from our personal perspective, and also give insight on how the movie kind of plays out without giving too much of it away, because we definitely want people to go check that out. So
Absolutely.
even if we told you all about it, you still want to go check it because it's that dope. So Tell me, El, from an early account, man, this is what I know. You played with him, you played against him. You starting off from the first time you seen Steph or met him. What was that situation like?
Steph was different, even when we was 13. You know,
Okay.
he understood this was business.
Mm.
A lot of these kids don't get that. When I remember literally when he made the transition over to the church for that one summer with Derman,
Okay.
it was all business to Steph. Steph wasn't, he wasn't all geeky playing around, show up, lace his kicks up, after practice, he ready to go.
Right, so he had that trip to Brooklyn. He had to go to Coney Island.
Yeah, but like I said, even back then, it was a different feel. You know how like kids are joking around and we all playing and acting, playing. He wasn't playing.
I'm not here to play with y'all.
Yeah, straight up.
You know what's ill, L, is because my recollection of Steph was seeing him through high school, right? And seeing his star grow, seeing him like really grow into that and embracing being a star. So now the walk, the swag, and he had it from young, but you could see him really starting to like become the next one, right?
Mm-hmm.
So in the history of it, Mark Jackson, Pearl Washington, Kenny Smith, Kenny Anderson, these are the guys that I came up watching, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then Stephon was the passing of the torch of that. Obviously, there was a lot of guys in between that, but just on that high major, they going to the pros, he was our next guy, right? Probably after Felipe.
Definitely.
So Steph is the poster child. So now you have, after you played with him with the church, big shout out to Riverside Church, you have another encounter with Steph.
Yes, on the documentary.
Against him.
Mm-hmm. On the documentary, it shows we played against them in the chip.
How'd that go, Al? Who won that? Hey.
We got that W, but hey, let me tell you something. For the first time, like I have to say this. Matter of fact, shout out to that King team. Bernard Wheeler, Jamal Hunter, Boomer, Waleed Reeves, man. Hey, man, Al, that was a crew, man. I love that crew, man. But like that was the first time at a high school level we actually prepared like we was a college team.
It was a big stage. It was the Garden.
Yeah, because they knew if we didn't come literally ready for Steph was gonna get 50 in a win.
All right, I'm gonna digress for a second off Steph. How did you play in that game at the Garden? Was you nervous?
No, I wasn't nervous. I was a little mad because I ain't start. I'm starting all year. He said he wanted to go big, but see, all my dudes on that King team know the truth. My coach, that was his nephew. He had to start his nephew at the chip at the Garden. Oh, come on, he did me dirty. But, I had to deal with that.
You did all right, though?
Yeah, I had like 9 points. I kept it light.
Okay.
Kept it light. But the crazy thing is I averaged 19 all season. Had 9 at the Garden.
Yo, but you got the chip. Can't take that away.
Absolutely. Shout out to Jamal Hunter, Waleed. They won that one.
So fast forward, bro. You looking at the doc and Steph now makes his decision, right? I remember it like it was yesterday. He was at the restaurant. He had the 2 hats on and he's crying. And it was like it was almost like he made the league that day.
Mm-hmm.
Because you knew he wasn't staying in college long, right?
That was a pit stop.
There was a pit stop. So Steph, he's cooking at Georgia Tech. I remember seeing him in a game against Manhattan College on ESPN. It might have been his first TV game. And he caught a backdoor alley-oop. They always played, and my man Tariq Dacker was in that game. And I was like,
Tariq Dacker.
Yeah, and I didn't know that Steph was that athletic, but the one thing I always remember when he played in Golden Hoops, he would always come down and shoot these deep threes.
Hold up, Steph, I hope you see this. Where you got that from? back to live action. My bad.
So he's shooting these deep threes, and I'm like, yo, this dude got range. He got a handle, and he got hops. Oh, he's gonna be a NBA All-Star. So as you go through the doc and you start to see the ascension, it's almost like a roller coaster. You see the triumphs of that college decision or getting drafted, but then you see, you know, his family and being in Coney Island and that pressure that came with all of that. Like, it was anxiety for everybody to be like, he got to make it, because he was representing everybody who was in that struggle.
Yeah.
I can only imagine what that pressure was like.
That pressure had to be serious, but you could see he wore it, and he wore it well.
I mean, you know, and as the doc goes on, the thing that I kind of most identify with was Steph was like a machine, but then nobody was really dealing with the human being. Maybe his family, because they knew him, but everybody was so focused on Steph, Starbury as he became. And the people who intimately knew him probably just knew, yo, he's just another 16-year-old kid who liked to goof around and have fun, that's just really serious about basketball. But then basketball takes this precedent where everything, like, you can't walk down the street without be like, yo, Steph, what school you going to? Yo, Steph, yo, when you going to give me some tickets? You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely.
So you could see that chipping away, right?
Yeah.
And then a turning point, obviously, goes to the NBA, and then he's with the Timberwolves, and oh, man. Couldn't have been a prouder moment seeing him making, like just the game look easy. He's averaging 20 and 8, and then the big thing comes with Garnett in the contract.
I remember that. Garnett got that $100 million.
And then, you know what, Steph, I think, you know, and I'm probably misquoting it, but I think they offered him like 70. And, you know, he probably felt like, yo,
but Steph is looking at it like, y'all just gave Garnett a buck. Y'all know I'm getting him the ball. Y'all know I'm the franchise in the face with him. I should get at least 90.
He felt disrespected. And now, to that disrespect, it was almost like, you know what? I'm in Minnesota. It's cold as I don't know what. I'm out.
That's a fact.
Good, bad, or indifferent, he leaves and goes to New Jersey. Oh, my gosh. Bro, not the fact that it was New Jersey. It was the variables around it. And I watched it and I said, man, I don't really know a lot of players that come from the New York metropolitan area and come back home and do well.
Yeah, but isn't Steph like a rare breed? How do you play for Jersey and the Knicks?
Yeah, Michael Ray Richardson did that. Michael Ray Richardson did that, but he's not from here, though.
Yeah, okay, Steph is from here.
Yeah.
He played for Brooklyn, and he lived in Brooklyn. I mean, well, Jersey. It was Jersey then. But he played for the Nets, and he played for the Knicks.
I don't know if there's anybody else who did that. I don't know if Bernard King did that. He played with the Bullets and the Knicks. His brother Albert played with the Nets. But yeah, I gotta research that one. Any local players that play
within that, man. Y'all, hey man, make sure y'all. We ain't cutting yet, but I just want to let them know. Go check out that doc, man. Stephon Marbury is fire. It's very informative. It show you the behind the scene. If you got like kids and cousins and nephews and little brothers that's trying to really get to this league, get to that bag, as they say, that's a good thing to watch.
Yeah, because it shows you perspective. So now, you know, he leaves, he goes to the Nets. We know how that goes. Then, I believe he goes to Phoenix, and then he goes to the Knicks. Mm-hmm. So, you know, I think another turning point was, you know, he obviously lost his dad. May he rest in peace. And then it was like at that point, you could see a part of him, as I'm sure any of us, when you experience that with a parent, it's like a piece of you is gone.
Yeah, definitely.
And I felt like that was the stabilizer for Steph. I felt like his father was the one, when all was going wrong, he could count on him to like give me good advice, put me in a proper perspective, and then I'm gonna be straight because he's gonna give me that medicine I need to, you know what I mean, push forward. Good, bad, or indifferent.
The real father. Hey man, while everybody else is cheering you on, what are you doing? Get over there and get it right. And we all need that. And I think that's a big problem today with a lot of kids. You know, a lot of parents and a lot of guardians, they're looking at it as, you know, the kid is going to be with their safe haven. They're safe over there, so I'm not really pressed. I'm not worried. But sometimes you should peek in there and see what's going on. Right. Sometimes you should go holler at the coach and just be inquisitive, ask a couple of questions. That would make actually the kid feel good.
Well, I'm going to say this, man. His father was an OG because his brothers, Donnie, Juju, you talking about Georgia, Texas A&M, Juju signed with Tennessee but wound up playing at St. Francis. Like, you're talking about high major guys who didn't just, like, wasn't on the team. These were stars. His brother played with Dominique Wilkins. So his dad had been exposed to this basketball thing and knew from the previous sons, like, I know this already. Y'all guys can't give me the banana in the tailpipe. Like, look, son, this is what this really means. So fast forward, Steph is now on a decline, right? Steph is now in a space where he goes to the Celtics, and plays okay. He's still talented. He's Steph. Then he kind of goes through a meltdown, which, they documented, everybody knows about. But then he goes to China. He has this rebirth and resurgence. And to sum all of that up, the man got a statue. He got 3 championships, reinvented his business, did a movie, put a bunch of people on, employed people, and good, bad, and different. I don't care what you say about Stephon Marbury. But the one thing you're not going to say is that he didn't reach back and help some people.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So when you saw that China move, L, I'm sure like everybody else, you was kind of like, China?
Very much so.
But I knew already, right? Because, in my own right, I've done a few things in China. You know what I'm saying? So for me, it was kind of like, I kind of saw it like if he could get it right over here, this could be official. Like he could do some things. And, they was throwing around some real chicken out there.
Absolutely.
So I think in summation, L, the realistic side of it is like, yeah, it's a great doc. Yeah, it's about basketball, but there's a bigger story in this.
Yeah, absolutely. It shows that grit, that Coney Island grit, how he came through the streets, how he came up through basketball, AAU. Just shows you the real. And that's why I respect it.
But let's take a deeper dive, L.
But let's not deep. We need them to go watch it. We can't give them too much.
But just in terms of what we want people to take away.
Sum it up. Close it. Take it out.
If you got a kid, a young boy, a young lady that's playing ball, we have jobs as mentors and coaches and parents to be their mentor, their coach, and their father, their mother first. So let's put that first and understand these kids are athletes, but they're human beings. So you have to deal with the emotional side of kids when they're in their feelings or not in the mood. And it's not like, we're going to get up another 100 shots. Sometimes you got to pull back and say, you know what? We did enough. Take the ball. We're going home. We're going to the movies. We're going to get ice cream.
Yeah, you be my son on my player today.
You know what I mean? And I think a lot of the times that's where you get that friction, and you know, can strange relationships. But anyway, man, dope doc. Shout out to Steph Starberry, the whole fam. Definitely a rest in peace to his dad. I know Jamel Thomas's cousin lost his mom and also lost their brother. So definitely want to send condolences to that family. Great basketball lineage. We appreciate you, everything you did from New York City basketball. It's E. Jones.
Like Elvis, you already know.
Bottom to the top hoops. City legends. We out. Who you want to shout out?
You already know. Shout out to God. Stay safe out here in these streets, y'all, with this corona.
Peace.
Peace.